Hello, hello, hello. Week 20 Fantasy Outlook. Derek is here since returning from Australia for a couple weeks now. I'm here all the time for the most part. I absolutely pooped the bed last week on the wild card, only 76 points. I lost to almost everybody in the top 10. Um, and I dropped a spot or two spots in the Fan TV League. I'm now in fifth. I don't really check Orlando City and overall that much. I really just care about this league. So, anyway, top five is Steve B in first, Cody Weber in second. I'm happy to see Cody, get a little reality check there after riding his high horse all season. Chris Adams in third, Chad Arnett in fourth. I'm in fifth. I'll give Chris Dustin an honorable mention in sixth because he was in the top five for most of the year. Chris Whalen has found his way to ninth. My friend Aaron is in 10th. And Derek, the show host, is in 13th. Final shout out to Josh Spivey for 102 points and probably a pretty big jump into 14th. So I don't know how you personally, your wild card went. Mine didn't go so good. I captained Keene. It wasn't the best deal. Derek?
Uh, I'm shit at this game. I really suck. So, I did one better than Sam. I ended up with 77 in this, and I also captained Keene. I mean, it started off really well. I got 3 clean sheets between my goalkeeper and my defenders this week, which I don't think has ever happened. But then I get Bolaños in a plus matchup doing absolutely nothing. Jovinko. All right, first of all, little rant. Toronto, what the fuck? You're up 2 men. Can't do anything. In fact, you give up a goal down 2 men. Up 2 men, sorry. They lose that game conceding a goal while it's 11v9. That being said, I don't know what Toronto's doing. I can't explain why Jovinko only had 4 points. I mean, he's taking 10 shots. He's got to score sometime. He really does. And I want him on my team when he does that because their next 4 games are at home. And 3 of them are below average defenses coming to Toronto. The other's DC United, which I'm not really sure what to think of them sometimes.
Honestly, I think they have an above average defense since Bill Hamid's been back. He's had a couple of great games.
Oh, they do, but DC United, they do nothing offensively at all, ever. So that team's just weird. They're playing like Colorado last year.
I mean, they got Lloyd Sam now, so that might open up some offense for them.
Yeah, that's not gonna be enough for DC United to do much. And Lloyd Sam wasn't even a fantasy option with New York. He won't be one with DC United. But good for them. I mean, they just got Patrick Mullins too. So if they do anything this year, and somehow they're ahead of us, I don't know. Yeah, but 77 points. Moving on, we're going to round 20. Beware of the Open Cup teams this week. They're actually playing as we record this. FC Dallas and Philadelphia put up pretty strong lineups. New England sat a few of their starters. Kai Kamara had to come in for injury, though. I didn't really check Houston's. I think they put out an okay lineup, but just beware because Oscar Pereira is being a complete idiot with his lineups this year. So, I mean, he puts out an A squad against Houston in the Cup. He's probably going to put out his PDL team this weekend against Colorado. Who knows, honestly. So, just beware of that. Just check the lines before you do your transfer. Speaking of transfers, it is the 22nd at 11 p.m. So, if you're going to stay up that late, it's the beginning of RSL versus San Jose. So, let's move on. RSL versus San Jose. I like the usual forward options for RSL. I like Ramondo. San Jose not doing a ton of scoring, but then again, they just scored with 9 men, so I'm never going to doubt them. That either has the potential to be a 0-0 or that has the potential to be a 2-2. I just honestly don't know what to expect from this game. Portland versus LA. Portland's kind of stepped it up defensively a little bit, but really the only must-have player from that team is Diego Valeri. There is no way you can't own Diego Valeri. He is absolutely on fire. He's the bonus point machine, and he is probably the best player in MLS Fantasy this year. Absolute must own. Even with a minus matchup against LA, you got to have Diego Valeri, because anytime he's at home, he can do something special. He'll get you those bonus points. I mean, he does excellent at home, so why not? Even with that matchup. And then speaking of LA, you got your usual suspects. You got your Rowe, Steres, Gerrard, Dos Santos, Keane. All those guys are good options. If you have any of them, go ahead and play them, even on an away game.
Maybe don't captain Keane.
No. That's a whole different story. I mean, you got one of the best players in MLS stepping up for a penalty. You have him as a captain. You're like, all right, I'm going to have 12 points. Damn, I got -1.
I know. I'm just making jokes too, trying to keep it light.
No, I know. I was like, I captained Keane too, so I was pissed about that.
Yeah, me too.
It didn't exactly work out, but Keane had chances to score in that game, and he'll have chances to score again this week, because it's not like Portland's defense is a bunch of world beaters like they were last year. They're not. So, and then Gerrard, I mean, he's been that consistent option to get you 6-7 points a week. So why not? I mean, he's going to get you those points. So just I wouldn't worry about that. Columbus versus Orlando. This game's going to have a ton of goals because neither team understands the concept of defense. It's something you should probably be good at if you want to be good in the MLS, but these teams obviously have not gotten the message. Ola Kamara, Kyle Larin, Kevin Molino, Kaká, if he decides he actually wants to play this week. No? Yeah. Ethan Finley. I mean, any of these guys are good options. I mean, there's going to be some goals in this game. And knowing MLS Fantasy, there's going to be some random guy that uses a wild card and picks 8 players from this team. And you'll see him on, like, the highest score of the week with, like, 65 points. You'll be like, how the hell? Oh, yeah, he had 8 players from a game with 5 goals. Just watch that happen, because it's going to annoy me, but it happens every week. Someone does that every week with the most random game. Montreal versus Philadelphia. Ignacio Piazzi's back. I love that. Other than that, I mean, Montreal is really injured right now. No Simon, no Wandre Lefebvre, no Donadell. I'm not really sure what to think of them, but you got Piatti at home. Always a good decision if you want to pick them up. Philadelphia, they put out they put out a decent lineup in the Open Cup, so I'd just beware. But Jim Curtin is really not that bad. He's not going to completely throw away an MLS game just because he started these guys in the Cup. But my concern is this would be their 3rd game in a week for those starters. So I probably wouldn't go too heavy on Philadelphia players. New England versus Chicago. This is another game which is just bound to have a ton of goals. Kamara, Wynn, Akam, anyone, really, just buy them. They're going to score this week. Interesting option from Chicago, Michael DeLeu. I know someone that owns him.
I almost grabbed him in the wild card.
I mean, if you want to take a risk on someone who's not going to be owned really highly, and I mean, I think he scored once or twice already. He's already scored
once.
Yeah, I mean, their schedule's not overly difficult. They got New England away. They got the Red Bulls at home, who they always seem to play well against. They got RSL away, who's not a good defense. They got us at home, who's not a good defense. Montreal away in 24, who once again is not a good defense. And then they play LA in 25, which is like the only game of concern.
But they do play in 25 because a lot of teams are off in 25.
Oh, that too, yeah. 25 with a huge bye week. I don't know how many teams are on that. Either way,
We'll deal with that in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, but if you want a decent option, no one owns him. Look out, Michael DeLeu. Who knows? I mean, people didn't look at Ola Kamara and wow, he's scoring goals. Lots of them, and I expect them to score this week. But hopefully, we win like 3-1. I'd like that. I mean, you can't really trust David Mateo or Seb Hines anymore.
Just waiting for Tommy to come back.
Same. Toronto versus DC. Sebastian Jovinko, just put the ball in the damn net. Please. It's been 7 games, and he is bound to score. And when he does, he's going to score a lot. Not sure this is the perfect matchup for him, but who knows? Who knows? I mean, he has just got to score sometime. He's getting visibly frustrated with it. So as soon as he puts the ball in the net, you're going to see him just light it up. DC United, really, there's 0 players on that team I'd pick, either because they're too expensive for their position or they're just bad at their position. So just skip that team. Really, Jovinko's the only one you need to worry about. Maybe Alex Bono if you want a cheap goalkeeper. Colorado versus Dallas. Colorado's only allowed 4 goals at home this year. So if you don't own someone from their defense, you're probably making a mistake. And yeah, I know the Dallas is the best team in the league, blah, blah, blah. They like to rest their players. I wouldn't be shocked if they did this week. And if they do, that just makes it better for the Colorado defenders. It also makes it better for me because I'm starting Kevin Doyle this week. Picked him instead of Kamara. Ola Kamara, I'm not exactly sure why, to be honest, but I think that was a minor oversight. But, he'll score like once every 3 games. In fact, it's like clockwork. Every 3rd game, he'll score a goal. Yeah. So, I mean, he's not a bad option, especially if Dallas decides to just say screw it. Houston versus Vancouver. Just skip that game.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. If Pedro Morales and Christian Bolaños couldn't take advantage of the matchup they had last week, not sure what they're going to do with the one this week. About the same difficulty, but they're away from home. So I'm dropping Bolaños. I'm not really going to trust that team for a while. And this is another game that's going to have a ton of goals, but this is the game you should actually buy players from and have players from. The New York Derby, the 3rd one of the year. First one went great if you had a bunch of Red Bulls. The second one went great if you had a bunch of NYC players. This one, who knows? I'm buying Sasha Kljestan. He had 2 goals last week, so I'll try to get him on my team somehow, especially at a home game. Will I captain him? Maybe. I don't know. NYC is actually a pretty decent away team. I think they have the best away record in MLS, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly what I was just about to say.
So I'm not going to go too crazy on the Red Bulls because, like me and Sam just mentioned, NYC is a great away team. So you can have Kljestan. I'm not touching Bradley Wright Phillips. Pretty much it's Kljestan. Or Mike Grella if you want to get really fancy with it.
For 8.2, that's not the worst bet.
But the best fantasy option, if you look at the other side, New York City FC, is it's got to be Jack Harrison for his price. Rookie of the year, honestly. Kid's playing lights out. If you haven't seen his goal last week at Montreal,
nasty.
Stop what you're doing right now and go watch it. And then come back and buy Jack Harrison. Because the kid's scoring goals. And that's what you need. And he's definitely outperforming his price. So that's a great sign. Then you got Frank Lampard, who is the exact opposite of Jack Harrison right now. Jack Harrison scoring all the sexy goals. Frank Lampard is not, but he's still putting the ball in the damn net. And unfortunately, he is a fantasy option, which just drives us all crazy right now. But as long as he's putting the ball in the net, you got to consider him for something. I mean, he's scored at least 6 points in the last 5 games. Not bad. Pirlo, always a decent option. I have RJ Allen. didn't perform up to his usual standards last week. Probably not starting him. I got 3 better matchups in my opinion this week. But if you have RJ Allen, you can go ahead and start him. He's always good for 4 or 5 points, especially the wingback. That's just amazing. And then David Villa is, I got to say, he's MVP of the league right now. If not, he's like 1-2 with Diego Valeri for MVP.
I was going to say, I think he's leading the Golden Boot.
He is that too. I think he's at 12 goals right now. For whatever reason, I don't own Villa, and I'm kicking myself. And I could actually take a -4 to get him this week. Just not sure I want to do that. I can do that next week. Except I feel like I might be kicking myself if I don't get him, because this game's going to have goals.
Yeah, I've owned David Villa all season.
I mean, hopefully this time for both sides there's going to be goals. But, New York Derby is always good to watch. Always good to watch. You should probably have at least one option from this game. Top option, Jack Harrison. SKC versus Seattle. Okay. I give up on both of these teams. Maybe except for Jimmy Madronda. I've just given up on SKC. Feilhaber's done nothing the past 3 weeks. And Seattle has scored 40% of their goals in one game. I'm done with both of these teams. That's about it for this week for the games. My captain's picks. I'm either picking Diego Valeri at home. I'm either picking Sasha Klesner at home, or I'm picking Jovinko at home. Those are my top 3. No real must-haves.
Valeri.
Yeah, Valeri probably. If you have to have a must-have, it's got to be Valeri. I'm just waiting for Giovinco to go off.
And you got a budget defender that you like this week on a good matchup?
I have Justin Glad starting. RSL is playing at home versus San Jose, who goes on again, off again. Think of it like that. Justin Glad has a 4.9 price tag, and when he's not scoring own goals, he's actually putting up decent numbers for a budget defender.
Yeah.
What gets you in trouble is when he does score own goals, which he's done twice this year.
Yeah. All right. And you want to pick a clean sheet goalkeeper?
There's no obvious clean sheet on here for me. I mean, Tim Howard at home for Colorado is always a good choice. That's probably the only clean sheet I could actually see happening. Maybe a Toronto DC has a clean sheet. I don't know.
All right. Got anything else?
Good luck.
Good luck.
There's no double game weeks until 22, I think. There was a question about Mauro Diaz. I don't like his matchup this week. He's playing in the Open Cup. You could always drop him this week. Pick up Piatti or Klesner with a better matchup. Pick him up next week when he's at home against Vancouver. But then you got to drop him again in 22 unless you got bench players who can fill in. Just know I don't really like his matchup this week. If you want to play him, fine, but don't expect a lot.
All right, so there's your Mauro Diaz answer for whoever it was that asked.
Actually, I think that was just me completely forgetting about that. But either way, good luck this week, guys. Single game week for everyone, no buys. Same thing next week. I hope to catch up to some of y'all in the league.
All right, guys. Thank you for your time. That is all for Derek's time. And for my time, as usual, I'm just sideshow. Peace out.